Hello and welcome to Build Up to a Good Game. We're just an hour and 5 minutes away from kick-off at Anfield as Liverpool take on West Ham United, and there's some big West Ham team news for the starting 11 this evening, and also some bad news as well for Hammers fans. Good news and bad news for West Ham fans. You don't get it, just good. Anyway, Gonzo, how you doing?
I'm all right, mate. Intrigued now. How are you?
I'm doing okay, actually. I'm starting to look forward to the game. I'm almost bored of being sort of downbeat about it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, of course it does. I'm a biggest one for that. You can't be miserable all the time. I'm not saying you were miserable, but you know what I mean. You got to lift yourself at some point.
Yeah, I wasn't looking forward to the game all week today. I've not really been looking forward to it. In the last couple of hours, I've started to perk myself up, and I'm now in the mentality of, can I to lose here? No. All the pressure's on them.
Yes.
You know, I spoke to a Liverpool fan for the video last night. And he was very much saying we need to win this game. These are the games we have to win. If we're just going to finish in the top four, never mind challenging City, just to finish in the top four. And I've sort of got used to the idea. Actually, all the pressure is on Liverpool. It's a little bit of bonus points up for grabs for us. And if we can get something out of today's game, if we get a draw, I'll be delighted if we can get a draw.
Yeah, anyway, well, they need to win, and they probably be looking at the other fixtures and thinking they'd quite fancy Man U and Spurs to be a draw as well, wouldn't they? So this is what happens. You fall a little bit down in that title race, and particularly where they used to be in. Look, let's hope we can be party poopers. Let's hope we spoil it. I'm still reeling from your stat earlier, which I told somebody else.
Do you want to repeat the stat?
I'm going to try, but I stumbled when I tried to repeat it to somebody on the phone earlier. So it's against the supposed Sky Sports top six.
Yeah.
And away games only.
Yeah.
Against those teams under David Moyes.
Yeah.
A possible for 54 points could have been yielded.
Yes.
How many,
games.
Boys and girls, how many out of those possible 54 points? In fact, we'll play the game with them. Why not? How many did we get out of possible 54 points away games against the Sky Sports top six? I'll give you 60 seconds and then I'll tell you.
Get into the live chat. Get into your live chat. What you think the points tally is? David Moyes away to top six as West Ham manager. 54 points up for grabs out of 18 games. What are you reckoning? Put it in. And while you're all doing that, I'm going to remind you that this video is sponsored by the OneFootball app, which is the best place to keep up to date with all your latest news and injury news. Lots of injury news around West Ham at the minute. But you can download that app via the link in the description below. And in about 2 minutes time, you'll get a notification on your phone saying, "Oi, lineups are out. Click here." When you click it, it'll tell you the Liverpool team, it'll tell you the West Ham team, and what formation they think each are going to be playing. And there's another twist. They had a twist at the weekend in regards to the formation. There's another twist for the OneFootball app this evening as well. But it really is the best place to keep up to date with all your latest West Ham news. And it's free. It doesn't cost a penny. Get downloaded tonight. Right, Gonzo, what's the live chat saying? Are they doing all right?
Yeah, well, there's some really good answers there. The correct answer is there. Yes, Ryan is correct. If you watched our breakfast show this morning, you will know the answer.
Yeah.
I'm just looking for someone else that's got it right, so I can click on it.
What do you think the average is? I reckon the average is about 8 points.
It seems to be. I mean, there's some people up in the 40s. Yeah, I mean, I think. I initially thought, oh, it's not that bad because obviously we did quite well last season. But thinking about it, actually, the home games, it wasn't that. But you're a lot closer than Harry. Put it this way. So it's actually 2 points. 2 points out of possible 54. Geo told me that, and it's haunted me all day. I will carry it with me all through Halloween.
Yeah, and Harry, please stop guessing 9, or we're going to have to put you in the sin bin for spamming a bit of chat. Gonzo, do you want the bad news very quickly?
Always bad news first, yes.
Paqueta's out for apparently 2 weeks.
Oh, is he? Oh, that is.
That collarbone, turned out he did actually injure it.
Oh, okay. He wasn't just pretending. Okay.
Yeah, I thought he was well overreacting.
We all did.
Apparently, he's out for 2 weeks, so we're gonna have to get confirmation of that news. But that's the rumor tonight that Paqueta is out for 2 weeks with his collarbone injury. So that gives you a bit of an indicator who's not playing for West Ham tonight.
Okay, but this is a bit like, Dad, I've got some bad news for you. I've eaten all the Frosties, but I found some ricicles. So give me the ricicles.
Well, let's have the West Ham news there. Gonzo, can you check the banner that I've done it right while I read it out?
Okay.
I'll read the banner.
Okay.
Fabianski in goal with a back four of Ben Johnson, Kurt Zuma, Tilo Kehrer, and Ari Creswell. We've also got Declan Rice, Thomas Souček, and Flynn Downs in midfield with Pablo Fornals, Jared Bowen, and Gianluca Scamacca.
Oh, that's interesting.
It looks like a 4-3-3.
It's a 4-3-3, and we've got a centre half in there as well, which is really good.
2 centre backs, 4-3-3.
Oh, and Flynn Downs is starting. That's really cool. I'm happy with that. I'm happy. It's a shame about Scamacca for sure. No problem. But this liberates Souček, right?
What do you mean, Scamacca?
Sorry, not Scamacca, the other one.
Paqueta.
Yeah, they all sound the same to me. Right, anyway, but this liberates Souček, right? This is what it does. It allows Souček to get in there. I mean, Souček, 6'4", Scamacca, 6'5". Hey, let's go for it.
Hey, Adams, 6'1".
Yes, he is. He's deceptively large, Geo, as you know.
Do you know something, right?
Yeah.
Formation, delighted with. Back four, really happy with that as well.
Yeah.
Midfield 3, really, really happy. My only one small niggle is Pablo Fornals playing ahead of Benrahma. That would have been my only change. I get why Moyes has done it. I get it. Okay, I do get it. I've heard what Moyes has been saying about the left wing back position. Is that up for grabs? He said, and he sort of gave why he likes certain players. And when it came to Fornals, he said, "Oh, he's got the legs." Oh yeah,
it's important on a footballer. Have some legs.
He said, "Oh, so you can give us something a little bit different." Cornet's got goals. Fornals has got the legs. So
Che Adams got very long legs, hasn't
he? So anyway, Pablo Fornals, though, we won't play this guessing game with the live.
Oh, go on.
Will we?
Yeah, of course we will. It's all about the stats today.
Right, one more guessing game for you all while I read out the West Ham bench. Pablo Fornals has played 6 games against Liverpool for West Ham United. How many goals has Pablo Fornals scored? I'll give you a clue. He's won one game and lost 5 of the 6. That's relevant. How many goals has Pablo Fornals scored against Liverpool in 6 games? And while you're all guessing in the live chat, the West Ham substitutes bench this evening is Areola, as well as Emerson, Sufal, Connor Coventry, Lanzini, Antonio, Ogbonna, Benrahma, and Darren Randolph.
Well, it's good. It's good. Apart from obviously the keeper thing again, isn't it? But some good players on there, mate. Some good players on there, no doubt about it.
It's balanced. I'm looking at it now. You've got the left back Emerson, right back Sufal, centre back Ogbonna, centre midfield Coventry, Lanzini, winger Benrahma, striker Antonio, 2 goalkeepers just in case. But it's a balance. But every position is covered on that bench.
Yeah, no, it is. It is. If there's one, it's no one's fault. It would have been nice if Cornet was there, but he's clearly still injured, isn't he? So, maybe back for the next game. I do wonder. But look, I didn't know Paqueta was going to be out. I might have even dropped him anyway, to be perfectly honest with you, for this one. But I didn't. Obviously, he was in my team, wasn't he? But I think I'm looking forward to seeing Downs play. I am. I'm looking forward to. We can really give them some problems in central midfield. I think. I think Liverpool are a wonderful team, and if I don't need to praise them anymore. If you've either watched the preview or you haven't, lots to like about Liverpool. I don't think and I even think Thiago is one of my favourite players to watch play football. That being said, I think their weakness is in central midfield in terms of their athleticism and their bite, and I think we can get them there actually.
A lot of people got it. It was 3 goals that Fornals has got. A lot of people worried that we're playing like a 5-3-2 formation. Do you share that worry? Fornals left wing back, Johnson right wing back, and then going up front with Scamacca.
Oh, well,
the reason I'm going to say no is A, I don't believe it is. I believe it's 4-3-3, and B, we've not seen Ben Johnson right wing back. I don't know why he'd play right wing back tonight.
I hope not. That's got me guessing now. It certainly can work. You can twist the team around like that. He's probably right.
He's probably not wrong, is he? Anyway, right. No, we don't have a new starter man, Jack. we don't have a new stat man. I just like to throw random stats at Gonzo now and again, and sometimes
we were
Gonzo
having
remembers.
breakfast this morning. Well, not together. We were doing it on the breakfast show, and Geo got a bit statistical.
I like my random numbers. Anyway, would you like to know the Liverpool team that will be facing this evening?
All of them. Tell me all of them. 11.
You're gonna have to guess their formation as well, but certainly their goalkeeper is Alisson, and their back four is Trent Alexander-Arnold, along with Gomez, Van Dijk, and Smikas. How do you say it? Smikas?
I've no idea.
That's a silent T, isn't it?
I don't know. I like it though.
Smikas. Midfield two of Henderson and Thiago, and they've been playing like a 4-4-2 recently with sort of Salah, Firmino in behind Salah, and if that's the case, that would see Carvalho on the left and Nunez on the right. How I think they'll line up is Salah on the right, Carvalho on the left, and then Firmino and Nunez down the middle. I think that's how they'll look at it. Thank you very much. Simikas, there you go. I just can't say it. Simikas, there you go. Simikas. What are you writing down?
Me thing.
What thing?
You know, me Dewberry. For the bet. The phrase.
Oh, your phrase. Oh, okay, sorry. Anyway, that's your Liverpool team. Right, let's have a look at their bench quickly.
That's normally done under the thing. Do you know what I mean? That's some secret squirrel stuff. You shouldn't be revealing that stuff.
We've got Keller on the bench alongside Fabinho, Milner, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Jones, Elliott, Robertson, Clark, and Phillips. I mean, I'm just almost taking the piss a bit with that bench, but that's the bench.
For bench again. Keller, Roberts, okay. Phillips, yeah. Fabinho, that's the one without the teeth. He has got teeth, but you know what I mean. Milner, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Jones, Elliott, and Clark. Elliott, so they make lovely soap.
No, but I about to say I was expecting a shoe joke coming there or something. I didn't know what it was, but there's definitely
anything.
a product brand joke coming there from yourself. Anyway, that's the West Ham team. That's the Liverpool team. What we're going to do now, we're going to do a little bet, Gonzo. So if you're new around here, first of all, where the hell have you been all this time? Second of all, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Click that subscribe button. It's completely free. And click the thumbs up while you're there. But Gonzo, what we're going to do now, we're going to put a bet together. And if it wins, we're going to give one of you guys the cash. We're close a couple of weeks ago. They actually mugged us off by not looking Diawara again for Anderlecht. But anyway, we'll get over it eventually. What are you saying for this bet? What you fancy?
Can we do a draw?
I mean, I think we should do double chance. West Ham to draw or win.
Oh, okay.
So West Ham not to lose. It's nearly treble your money just for that. So I think that's a good...
Fine. Let's do that then.
Are you fancying to score? You know who I'll pick, so there's no point asking me, because I'll just pick Skamaka all the time, won't I? I'm biased.
Souček.
I mean, that's not bad odds on it. So let's see if we can. We can. Do you fancy Skamaka to have a shot on target or Bowen to have a shot on target? Which one? Pick one.
All the targets.
Okay, we'll do Skamaka. Well, we'll leave it at that, or we'll go big, because the live chat are saying Down's card here.
Who's he gonna hack down though? Let's have another look at this.
It's an attacking four. I think Krez will get booked if he's against Salah.
Carvalho's tricky as well, isn't he? Thiago's obviously a really good player. We can
leave it if you want. We can leave it as it is.
How much have we got?
£150.
Let's leave it at that. Let's give someone a chance to win.
Right, it's £170. £170 cash if this bet wins. It's three things: West Ham to not lose the game, Souček to score a goal, Skamaka to have a shot on target. Three things. Sounds easy.
Yeah.
£170 cash to one of you guys if that bet wins. In order to enter in a live chat, please can you put the following phrase?
It's like a Halloween vibe, this one. And you've got to spell it right. Smikas Creepers.
Smikas Creepers. There you go.
Smikas Creepers.
Smikas Creepers.
Creepers. Smikas Creepers.
There you go. Get that in.
Creepers.
There you go. Get that into the live chat. Someone will get it. And we can click on it.
And then we'll use, absolutely.
There you go.
That's the one. Well done, Hayden. He's a good speller and a quick typer, is Hayden. He's got all the qualities needed to be in the live chat.
Anyway, you've seen the West Ham team, you've seen the Liverpool team. What are you thinking?
Yeah, definitely a West Ham team and a Liverpool team. I'm pleased actually. I'm delighted that we've got a centre back in there. He worried the hell out of me, as anybody that's seen any of our videos over the last 2 or 3 days. Well, when I say he, I'm talking about Kehrer on his own in the middle. He's was like a naughty child whose mum says in a supermarket, stand next to me, and he keeps on buggering off to the sweetie aisle, right? That's what he was like. He should have stayed in the middle. He kept on going everywhere else. It was absolute mayhem, right? The only centre back there started acting like a fullback and running rough. I thought he had a number 10 on his back or something. Anyway, whatever. Now we've got Zuma there. He'll keep him in check, and Zuma will just stand there and want to defend. I think that's really, really important. So I'm pleased about that. Really pleased that that's the case. And it's really nice to see Downs playing. I'm delighted for him, actually. It's such a big game, and I don't think there's if anybody was under any worry at all that what we were seeing with Downs was Alex Krell Mark II. Not now. Moyes would never have played Krell in this like this, and he just wouldn't have done. Lanzini would have been there. Something else would have happened. He would have shuffled the pack a little bit differently. That's a lot of faith in him there. So he's obviously Moyes is like what he's seen from Downs, and I would assume he's trained well if we've had any time for training, of course.
It's a tough gig, though, to put Downs in for this one. The first Premier League start for West Ham away at Anfield. It's a tough one, and if he does have a shocker tonight, Downs, I hope it gets written off. I almost like that almost doesn't count to some extent because of the circumstances in which you're making your debut. And this is sort of my grievance with him possibly not playing against Southampton or not even coming on for half an hour against Southampton. He's had no preparation for the Premier League for this occasion. But listen, the team on paper, like I said, goalkeeper, defence, midfield three, I'm really happy with it. If it is a 4-3-3, the formation, really happy with it. Yeah, the Fornals one, I'm not overly joyed with it, but I get it. However, it's about the attitude. How are we going to play it? Because this could easily be seen as a 4-5-1. Fornals and Bowen are just wide midfielders next to Souček and Rice and Downs, essentially. And Scamacca's isolated up there. And I hope that doesn't happen. I hope that it looks good so far. I'm happy with what I'm seeing, but how are we going to go about this? Are we going to try and score in the first half? Are we going to try and get something out of this game? Or are we going to turn up and try and keep a clean sheet and almost grind it out until halftime kind of thing? Because I think that would be a risky thing to do. But it's a good opportunity for Zuma and Kehrer here to sort of nudge Dawson down the pecking order, because at the minute it's difficult to choose between the three of them as to which would be your first choice centre-backs. All three were fit. Who are you picking? It's difficult. And I would suggest that possibly Zuma and Dawson have the edge because of last season. They were really good as a partnership last season. So this is a chance for Kehrer and Zuma, who won't have any communication issues or anything like that, playing together to almost keep Dawson out of the team if he's back for Monday night kind of thing. So it's a big night for a lot of these players. And I'm very happy with the team that I'm seeing before us, though, actually, and just hoping that we turn up and put in a big performance and get something from it. Anyway, you guys at home, you've heard from me and Gonzo. It's time to hear what you lot are saying. Get it in to the live chat. Your thoughts on the West Ham team, thoughts on the Liverpool team, any hopes or fears you've got for this game ahead of kickoff, which is 45 minutes away, live on Amazon Prime this evening as well. So get your thoughts in. Mike says, a lot of pressure on Downs' first Premier League start against Liverpool is asking a lot. Could you argue that it takes the pressure off him a little bit and saying, listen, it plays into your hands. We're a way to play defensive football. You're a defensive midfielder, so actually you should cope. Plus, he's got a bit more protection than he usually would. He's got Rice and Souček in beside him in midfield rather than just one of them.
Well, this is another reason that I don't think we will play three at the back. I think you play those three in central midfield. That is enough protection for two at the back. I think Downs will be absolutely fine. I really do. I would expect him to thrive, actually. I think he's just got the necessary qualities to play well in midfield, which is rather handy because he's a midfielder. I do. I think he'll pass, he'll tackle, he'll move, he'll shield the ball well. Positionally, he'll be really good. I think he's going to help us move up the pitch quickly, because he'll want to play a quick 1-2. He doesn't dwell on the ball when he doesn't have to, but obviously he's comfortable in possession. As I say, he's happy enough shielding it. I also think it'd be very evident quite quickly if he starts passing the ball with Declan, that they'll start to get a little partnership going there. I think the deployment of Souček is going to be interesting. Maybe, just maybe, Down sits the whole time and they take it in turns. I'm talking about, obviously, Rice and Souček here, and who could argue against that after Rice's fantastic goal against Southampton? But I do think, bearing in mind we're going to find ourselves in this situation, there's an opportunity to get some crosses over and get some balls over. If you get Souček in there, look, Van Dijk can only mark one of them. Gomez isn't the biggest centre back in the world, and I think, well, we all know about Trent Alexander-Arnold. There's no point, sort of labouring the point on that one, really. So I think it would have to be Cresswell. I can't imagine too much service coming from the right, because obviously Bowen's going to want to check in and use his left foot, which will stop that sort of early cross. Is Johnson going to get back? I tell you what, Johnson's got better technique than he displays. I think sometimes he gets a little bit nervous. He gets a little bit of a nosebleed when he goes up the pitch. But actually, his technique is okay. And I think he could hopefully just get a supply line. We need a supply line crosses from both sides to make this effective.
Kaiser said, I hope this formation works out. It should be good for Thomas Souček. Vinny says, defensive lineup, defensive with Downs in there, can start Benrahma over Fornals. Benrahma has that bit of quality in the final third that can win games. Moyes' Batty as Liz Truss. Hammerhead Hardy says we can win the midfield battle today. I mean, arguably, we outnumbered them, because in the last two, 3 games, Liverpool played like a 4-4-2 formation. And that does concern me. While in midfield, we should be quite dominant, actually, in there. And we should see plenty of the ball at times if we are not too hesitant. I think the Downs and Rice partnership in there will flourish a little bit. It does move the issue from being overrun in centre midfield to your fullbacks essentially now have a direct opponent, and your centre backs both have a direct opponent as well. So Downs is going to have to really drop deep to get a grip of Firmino, probably, so that not Zuma and Kerr are occupied. But it will also probably mean Salah one-on-one with Cresswell quite a lot, and that will concern me.
Oh, yeah,
there's no match for pace. There's Salah will do him. He's going to need a little bit of help out there. I know that's probably why Fornals is out there, but Fornals has got to worry about Alexander-Arnold. He can't be coming back to help Cresswell out tonight.
No,
he's
not quick either, so he can't do an awful lot about it.
No, so there's sort of definitely some weaknesses in our team playing this formation, but there's also some strengths. And in all honesty, Gonzo, I'm just pleased to see Moyes try something a little bit different. And going to Anfield with 3 centre midfielders, saying, right, we're going to fill up the middle of the pitch. We're going to come here, have a little bit of the ball ourselves, kind of thing. And it's nice to see this. It's nice to see us do something different. And if we were playing like a back 3 tonight, I'd be far more grumpier than I am. When I saw it was 4-3-3, I was pleasantly surprised. Now, like I said, that doesn't translate to the attitude of the team. We may still be defensive. We'll discuss that in the review. But on paper, it looks quite good. And I'm looking forward to it, actually. I am looking forward to it.
Well, it's been difficult for Klopp. This wouldn't have been the side that Klopp would have planned for. Now, I am a little bit... Well, I often make the point, give the opposition something to think about. I'm not sure how much these big clubs worry about that sort of stuff, by the way. It's really sort of when you play the likes of, teams that are in and around you, sort of mid-table teams, lower teams, give them something to think about. I don't think managers like Klopp or Guardiola go around changing their team because West Ham have swapped their midfield around a bit. I don't, but it will give him something to think about, if not change, because as I say, Van Dijk can't mark both. If he puts Souček up there, he can't. Van Dijk can't mark both of them, and Gomez is a good player. Don't get me wrong, Gomez is a good player, but those 2 giants, and they require a very, very different attention. It's only Van Dijk that's equipped to deal with them. And I think, bearing in mind the Fabinho is on the bench, he's skinny, but he's got a little bit of height on him, a little bit of physical presence. And so I think they're quite a small team. They won't care. pass the ball so well and move up the pitch so quickly. But it's our way. That's our way of winning the game. Moyes has been quite vocal about our lack of quality from corners and our delivery. We're going to be the bigger team, massive, a lot bigger than them. So the quality and the delivery's got to be right today.
Just going through the live chat here, Ral says he's not looking forward to it. Hope he's wrong. Thinks it's a bit too defensive. Hammer 99, however. I like the team apart from finals, but hoping his individual form against Liverpool can shine. Ben Rama coming on at 17 minutes and 0-0 would be perfect for me to target an out of form Trent. Vister said, we'd love to see us on the front foot for the first 10 minutes and score early. And thank you to GP. Says, Charlie is sexy. Pringles are crisp. Thank you for the £2.
Well, thank you for the £2, but you get look, one of those things is right.
Duracell Plus, I really hope that our midfield three are not going to try and occupy the same space and get in each other's way. I'm not sure who will be sitting deep and who will be slightly ahead. I would like to see them both going forward, Rice and Souček. Because, like you said, offensively, we might not get loads from Ben Johnson. If that's the case, fine, just keep him back, if anything, and just flood the middle of the pitch. Get Rice and Souček up to help Skamaka, Penals and Bowen, and Creswell coming down the left-hand side, and then Downs sitting back, covering kind of thing. And you've got enough people going forward.
It's important we do get somebody close to Skamaka, because in the last few games, Paqueta's been doing that really well, getting really close to Skamaka, and they've been forming a little partnership there. It's safe to assume that Fornals won't be getting close to Skamaka. And I think, regardless of Souček's instruction, even if it is to attack, by and large, he won't be stood next to Skamaka for much of the game. So it's really important that Bowen does that job and gets in there and tries to read what Skamaka's doing in terms of dropping deep and all that stuff. And for him and Skamaka, for Bowen and Skamaka to try and forge a little partnership there. The last thing I want to see is Skamaka isolated up there on his own, because there are a lot of defensive players. It's, as much as we like the fact that maybe Moyes has shuffled the pack a bit, that very easily can become only Bowen and Skamaka doing any attacking for us.
And you in the live chat just convinced me to do Rice 2 shots on target from outside the box, 50-1. I used to do them, and I'm sure it was Liverpool at London Stadium. It landed at 66-1 or something, because you only need to hit it once a season and you made your money. So I haven't done it so far this season. I've been just haven't done it because it doesn't get forward very much, doesn't pull the trigger very much. But I'm hoping that goal from Sunday with Downs behind him might see him get further forward a little bit and shooting from distance. So I've done it. My money's on.
Good.
Tommy saying, any updates on Paqueta? It's only rumours at present, and I assume it'll be one of the first things David Moyes has asked in the pre-match build-up, so it might be out by now. But the rumours are it looks like it could be out for a couple of weeks with his collarbone injury, which he obtained against Southampton when somebody flicked him. Someone fingered him.
He did, and he complained about it as well, which I'm surprised. I'm surprised the referee didn't see it.
Jacob says, can you shout out his 6-year-old daughter who's staying up late to cheer on the Hammers with him?
Hello, Mavie. Is that how we say it?
I think so. That's why I never said it, because I didn't know how to say it, so I don't want to
Hello,
offend them.
Mavie. How are you? What are you doing up so late? Excited about Father
West
Christmas?
Ham. Jacob told you.
There you go.
Father,
it's not for me to tell her to go to bed, is it, really, to be fair?
Father Hammer says, we've basically got 2 attackers on the pitch. Finals will be holding Cresswell's hand through the whole game.
Yeah. Crikey. Anyway, do you know what? Could be one of those. It's going to be a hard watch if we do sit down and defend. But I do hope we pose them some problems. Hey, you know what we're going to do at the start anyway, don't you? We're going to try to get a corner. We're going to hoof it up there. Either Skamaka or Souček to head it on for one another. One day that'll work. One day that will work. It's got to. At some point, we score a goal.
It still frustrates me. It frustrates me so much. I just see it as conceding possession so easy. You've got possession. Why would you just belt it? I've never seen it work. Flicking it on and someone's in and goal. It just doesn't happen. And we all know about it. It's like, it's not a secret. And everybody, and Premier League team analysis, watching West Ham, go, right, Jurgen Klopp says, right, get that reporting about West Ham. Yeah, no worries, right, let's watch the Southampton game. Boot it long from kickoff, right, okay, here you go, Klopp. I've checked the last 3 games, I do it every kickoff. They go long to Souček, right, no worries, I'll make sure I got Van Dijk keeping an eye on Souček. Sorted. Mike says, come on, you Irons, let's go for it. But it's Downs in the team, let's give them the shocker and win. Roger says back 4, 3 holders, and he still plays finals ahead of Ben Rama. It's things like this which turn fence sitters into Moyes out.
Well, I think we've got to lose the game first, but it is frustrating, isn't it? It is frustrating. We do have a lot of defensive players.
Squeezes out as much defensive.
It does, yeah. Roger is right. You think with those centre backs there, and then you got Souček and Rice and Downs in front of them who can all defend. You'd think there would be enough in there to go on, Benny, get on there. Particularly with Trent is susceptible at the moment. It's
like Ben Rama doesn't track back. Is he as hard working in theory as Fernandes? Well, no. But he still gets back and puts a shift in. It's not like he stands up front and says, no, I refuse to come back. He still does the defensive side of the game. Craig says, conceded by Fernandes has been played for work rate. However, today's a free hit. Therefore, I think Moyes has missed a trick by leaving Ben Rama out. See, this is where, if you're going to play this team, you better justify it by almost getting something out of the game. You're going to play a defensive team, then you've almost got to be defensively sound and come away with something. Whereas if you had a little more adventure than the team and it didn't quite work, you can say, I tried to play.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Tried to take the game to Liverpool in a responsible manner. It didn't quite work. We got beat fair enough. It's far more commendable than come after the game going, well, I tried to play for 0-0. I was 1-0 down after half an hour and I didn't really know what to do, so we played for 1-0 and we got 1-0. We lost 1-0. What an achievement that is. Not many teams come to Anfield and only concede 1 goal.
Yeah, I think he's very much will be. Look, the people are disappointed. I'm disappointed. I'd like to see Ben Rama start in this game, but I think in David Moyes' mind, Ben Rama is due to play a part in this game. David Moyes thinking, I'll keep it tight, then Ben Rama will come on and we'll turn it around. But I don't think that's the best Liverpool team in the world. That's the other thing. He's made some. I don't know what the situation is with Robertson and why.
It's just rotating him, isn't he? Robertson was injured. He'd come back. So, and Tsimikas has been good this season. He's a good left back.
Yeah. But it's still, Henderson's in there and, Carvalho. I think Carvalho's going to have a really good career, good player, but he's not been the first pick youngster. That's Harvey Elliott this season as well. So, but he's gone with his, probably at the moment, he's form front 3, you'd suggest, with Salah, Firmino and Darwin Núñez. But my point is that team, if we're going to attack them, if we're going to save somebody like Ben Rama for later to try and go at them, that team is not going to get worse as the game goes on. The Liverpool team, he's only going to improve it by bringing other players on it. We make it more difficult to break them down. So anyway, you know what? We got to go for it, mate. We got to go for it. We've got to pose them some problems. Hopefully we can. But mate, it's a busy old stadium, that one. They do like a sing song up there. It's going to be loud.
Daniel says Ben Rama and Antonio coming on offering something different against Alexander-Arnold could be game changing. Ben says, have to keep playing positively and keeping Scamacca involved constantly going forward. If we sit back, Scamacca's isolated, it will be a long night.
And he'll get the ump. Scamacca will get the ump. And I don't think it's a good look. You got to remember, this is for a lot of these foreign players to play, whether, we don't have to like it, but this is how it is to play at Anfield, to play at Old Trafford. So this is what they want to do. This is a big deal for them to come and do that. It's a lot of the reasons why they come to the Premier League. And he's going to want to score. I mean, he's a goal scorer. He's absolutely. And we don't want him feeling he hasn't got any supply, so we have to supply Scamacca in this game.
Spiegel says glad Downs is starting, but Moyes should have started with Antonio and played him up front with Scamacca. Would have liked seeing Ben Rama. Andy says he remembers Rice's first game at Liverpool and getting taken off at half time. Hope Downs gets a full 90 minutes. Big difference, though. I think Downs has got a lot of experience behind him, just not at this level, whereas Rice was a youngster.
Yeah. I mean, Downs is a Downs. I mean, he's young. He's still 23, something like that. But he's a grown man. Downs is a grown man. Rice wasn't back then. There's no doubt about it.
Looking forward to this. I don't know.
Okay.
Looking forward to this. Not expecting anything, nor is anyone else, either as neutral or maybe us. But that's the beauty. A good game could get anything against them is going to be fantastic. Colin would have liked to have seen Antonio on the left. Craig says
he's right. I agree, actually.
This could be the perfect formation for Rice, Downs, and Souček. Need to watch the over the top through balls from Alexander Arnold and Salah and Diaz. That is how they scored tonight, not getting through the middle.
Yeah, look, the Cresswell Salah team up. Well, not team up. They're on opposing teams, but that little contest there is going to be. You'll be watching it from behind the sofa, I think. I don't know. This is a tough one. This is a tough one. I really hope we can give this a. I'll be happy. I've got to be honest with you. I'm not going to be happy with a loss, but I'd be happy if we can have a competitive game. If I'm going in and getting me drink at half time, and I'm still thinking, oh right, we're still in this. I would take that. I really will. If we can, we don't want a situation where Liverpool are gone and into the sunset early on in the first half.
I think the thing is though, we've got a goal scorer in our team now as well. I know he obviously hasn't scored at the weekend and whatever, but like I said, I think he created those chances for himself. They weren't put on a plate. He had to go make them. And he's a striker that you can't give a half chance to, and he can turn it into a better chance than what it should be. And he will shoot on sight as well. And I think sometimes that's not a bad thing. You get the ball to Scamacca within 25 yards of that goal, he's looking to hit it. He's looking to do something and get a shot at Alisson. And I think all you have to do in this game, in theory, it's going to sound a bit simple, but to create two decent chances, there's a good chance it's going to hit the net in one of them. And I mean good chances, not pass it to him 25 yards. Like, there you go. But a couple of decent crosses into Scamacca or something. Just give him something to feed off of. And you've got a guy there that can do something with very little at his feet, actually. So I think, we've got a clinical striker in the box tonight. We've just got to get the ball to him. We have to give him service. And I don't mean get the ball to him by launching it from the defence into his head on the halfway line saying, control that, do some of that, will you? I mean, outside the box, inside the box, give him something to feed off of. Anyway, Ross thinks that Scamacca's going to get a lesson from Van Dijk tonight.
Oh, but it could go either way, to be fair. An excellent player, Van Dijk, and looked to be coming back into a bit of form. Thought he had a good game against City, actually. But I still think Scamacca can cause him problems. I really do.
Vinny says, Moyes giving Liverpool too much respect. Their form this year has been terrible. Stevie likes the formation change. Good to see Dan starting. Good to see Johnson back at right back. Salah's going to have Cresswell on toes. Scamacca will get joy once Pablo is subbed off for Ben Rama. The problem is they'll probably go off at the same time. He does like to do a couple of subs at the same time, doesn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. It's I'm yet to see that one fire as well, that particular partnership there, but it can really, really quickly. Once he finds his positioning and once he knows what Ben Rama's going to do, which is obviously run to that byline and pull that ball back, there's goals in there. There's goals in there. There's no doubt about it.
Lewis says, I hope we give it a go, but I doubt it. When we hold out for a draw, we usually concede late, and then we don't have enough on the pitch to turn it around. I don't like these tactics. We're going to be covering Moyes' tactics in a video later this week. Gonzo doesn't know yet, but I'm going to make him listen to the podcast, and we're going to discuss said podcast, which gives you an insight into David Moyes' tactics. We don't play again till Monday, Gonzo, so we've got a couple of days of content to fill up. So you can have a bit of homework from me.
Oh, lovely. I'll get my earmuffs ready.
Right, while you're all here, we are currently taking pre-orders on our Christmas jumper. I know you're thinking it's a bit early for Christmas. However, you've only got a few more days to order it if you want one, because once you've ordered it, we put the order into the manufacturer. So pre-order now, to save a £5, you're guaranteed to get one of our Hammers Chat Christmas jumpers. Links in description below. You can go to hammerschatstore.com. Only about a week left to get your orders in, though. So if come 3-4 weeks time, you say, I want one, you're tough, you've had it, you've had enough, this is your warning. It's coming up to last chance to get your Christmas jumper pre-ordered. We can't afford to buy stock, so we can only do pre-orders. So
stockings.
I think we can afford stockings.
Hammers Chat stockings.
Well, I didn't say we'd buy them to sell them. I just thought you meant to wear.
Always spare. There's always money to wear. So I always, you can't see now, but always when I do these videos.
Right, let's see what you're all saying. I'm trying to scroll through a little bit to catch up with you. West Ham fan Ian says Skamaka almost scored a rocket of a shot on Sunday from a long way. I think tonight's going in the top corner. Get in, come on, you Irons.
The game's on Amazon.
William says if Fornals scored 3 goals against them and Ben Rama who's nil, who would you play?
If Fornals scored 3 goals against Benny, Ben Rama.
So would I. Do you know something?
In this formation, because I think there's enough defensive players on there. I just think Fornals, for the main part, look, Fornals will get assists and get some goals at some point in the season, but he's morphed from an attacking player into a holding player. That's what he is. Is he a all-out defender? No. He is a holding winger. That's what he is. And I think whoever, maybe it was Roger earlier, made the point that we have 3 defensive midfielders on there. We probably don't need a holding winger as well. So yeah, despite the 3 goals, I'd still pay Ben Rama in there.
I think the problem is you play into Alexander Arnold's hands here as well. Playing a defensive winger, you basically invite Alexander Arnold to attack you. But if you put up someone there that's going to cause him a little bit of bother, that has the capability of skinning him, getting behind him, you start to ask questions of Alexander Arnold. And we've seen games this season, teams exposing that, and he struggles. And you then ask the question of Klopp, well, are you going to sub him off? Or are you going to leave him on? If you leave him on, we're just going to keep on doing this all game. We're going to keep on trying to get in behind him. But because Fornals does not have the ability via his tricks or his speed to get in behind Alexander Arnold, we don't offer any threat. If I was Trent right now, I'd be rubbing my hands thinking, this is fantastic.
Yeah. No, you're right.
They've got somebody on there to defend against me. I'm going to push him right back. I'm going to get so high up that pitch. I don't need to worry about him running by me. He ain't going to do it. No. Whereas if we had Ben Rahama or Antonio, if I was Trent, I'd be thinking, right, okay, I want to get forward, but I'm going to have to be a little bit wary because this guy can do something down that left-hand side. I just think the Fornals inclusion, actually, it's not so much what Fornals can or can't do. Well, it is. It's more of what he can't do than can. But it's also what it says to Alexander Arnold, which is
double up.
Come on, then. Yeah, come
double
on,
up. It says double up. Can I just here, if you could, just Bertie, you can have a slightly larger font, please, and if you can finish that off with fact at the end, that's just how we like it.
And Tom says this setup is more about damage limitation. Let's hope Skamaka doesn't get too isolated and start getting angry. You won't like him when he is angry.
No, you won't.
Steve says that Skamaka does make a lot of his own chances, hence all those shots from distance. He's not so worried about lack of service. And I'd rather he shoot from distance than Antonio.
Yeah, won't we all? Well, let's be fair. When Antonio shoots from distance, we all
Inner Circle. I think you've got the wrong channel. Inner Circle saying, who are all these YouTube chat managers who know better than the boys? This ain't that, mate. This is just West Ham fans discussing the West Ham team. Me and Gonzo and the live chat are just West Ham fans.
Well, it's sort of same for everything, isn't it? If you want to go and get a recipe off YouTube, hold on, who are these people who know better than Gordon Ramsay? Absolutely. Do you know what I mean? How do I fix my car? Oh, who are all these people who think?
I hope you don't have a.
I mean, he's just blown up. He's just blown up the whole reason for YouTube, isn't he? Which is basically people doing little productions in their front rooms. You've got to stick with the BBC, mate.
In the live chat, don't listen to Inner Circle. Keep giving us reviews, you bunch of YouTube managers. I love you. Yeah. I love our YouTube chat managers we've got in tonight.
Oh, there you go. He's actually, to be fair, yeah. Anyways, he's at it again. He loves it. He enjoys it.
Oh, Dave Cooper, I haven't seen it yet. I'll catch up with you in a bit. Dave Cooper said, we'd be surprised this formation drops to more of a 4-4-2. You YouTube manager. And I was just going to be jumping seriously to help out Cresswell. Bowen is the only one to support Skamaka. See, the problem with that 4-4-2 idea, who's going to go out to the right midfield in theory? I don't think there will be anyone. I think it'll drop to 4-5-1, and I think you'll see nobody supporting Skamaka, to be honest with you.
So that is true.
You never know. He might have a plan.
That was very optimistic, really.
He might have a plan. He might have Souček being the one that supports Skamaka tonight. So they've got the 2 tall lads up front. And Souček can be clinical as well. And he doesn't waste too many chances. I've seen him turn a crap cross into a good one because somehow he gets on the end of it. So anyway. Right then. I'm scrolling. Irons doesn't think he's clinical, Skamaka. Let me defend Skamaka here. That Sunday, he never got that. They were not chances. They weren't chances. There weren't chances. I will argue this and non-stop. They were not chances. They look like chances because of his movement and whatnot, but nobody gave him a good opportunity. The ones he does get from the likes of Paqueta, the one he did get though, he possibly should have tried to dink the keeper. He hit with his left foot and it was safe. But when he gets an opportunity, he does well. So anyway, what are you smirking at?
I don't want to. He's had his little post popped up. He's not happy. Just I'll leave it there. I don't want to dig him out anymore.
Oh, I don't know what you're smirking at. I'm not that far down yet. Anyway, right. Yim says, I think our defense has been better than our attack in the pen. Would you like another random stat? He's just reminded me of another random stat.
Tell me one more random stat. This will be the third stat Geo's given out today.
West Ham have had 60 shots in the last 3 games, which is the most of any Premier League club in the last 3 games.
Oh, that's a good one.
But the problem is, the context is we have played Southampton, Fulham and Wolves. You know what I mean? We played the 3 poorest teams in the league, but 60 shots in 3 games.
I like it. So it's okay. So obviously we're due 20 shots today. That's what you're saying.
Well, that's the average. That's all I'm saying.
20 shots today. We should have put that in a bet.
Yeah.
Actually, probably terrible odds because we got form for it. What's they called it? Expected goals.
Something like that. Yeah.
Plenty.
XG.
Expected goals. Yeah, plenty today for us.
Someone, I've got a joke for you. Would you like a stats-based joke?
Yes, please. But also, can someone remind me of the joke from last week that was really good? I've forgotten it.
My teacher had a wonky eye and she got sacked because she couldn't control her pupils.
No, that wasn't that. That was the second one. The first one was like a dating one.
I kept looking elsewhere or something.
Yeah, what was it? I need to know what it is.
I don't know why. Do you want to tell someone? Are you using it on your date?
Bloody right.
Hey!
Bloody right. Well, I want to, but I've forgotten it already. But I want to pass it off as my own.
Is she into football?
I don't know.
Is she into stats? I've got a stats joke.
Probably. If I've done my selection right, probably not.
My girlfriend left me because I'm into statistics too much. She's now my ex-GF.
Oh, nice. Okay, I like that. Oh no, there it is. There it is. That's the one, Lewis. Thank you. Thank you. That was really good.
Just want to say thank you to John for reminding me to remind you lot to drop a like on the video, subscribe if new around here as well. There was somebody just said that they've just subscribed. I just want to say hello to them.
Hello.
I've lost them. It was called Ian, but this Ian has subscribed. He said he's a Darlington fan. They were made bankrupt in 2011. We formed in 2012, demoted 4 leagues. We're currently a fan-owned National League North club. We've had 3 promotions today.
Get in. Well done,
I like
Darlington.
A good football story. I like a good football story.
I like that. Well done. Welcome, Ian. Good luck to your team, mate.
Right, okay.
That don't sound like they need any luck, to be fair.
Yeah, they're doing okay. What's the sizing like for our Christmas jumpers, Gonzo? Are you able to advise on this? Do you know, if people always ask me that question, I never know what to say. I don't understand what they mean. It's like the sizing chart's there. So like, what's the sizing like? I'm like, well, it's there. How does it fit? I don't know, mate. It's there. I've never understood that question.
I'll tell you now. I got I've worn 2 other t-shirts, and the jumpers are the same as the sizing. So I've worn 2 other. One of them was from Primani, and the other one was from Next, and the size is exactly the same as ours. So if you've got one of those ones in there, basically a medium in theirs will be the same as medium in ours. A large in theirs will be the same as a large in ours. Depends. So the bigger your moves, the bigger the jumper you'll need.
Is yours baggy or tight?
Reasonable. That's not a fitting size, is it? That's not a fashion industry term, is it? I'm feeling.
Is it hot or cold? Reasonable.
Well, I think that's a temperature. I think you could have a like if what temperature's your bath, you can say, oh, reasonable. But I do as soon as I said it, that's not like an industry standard term for a garment. Is it loose fitting? Is it tight fitting? Reasonable.
Reasonable. I'm a size.
We've got to put that. Can we put that on the shop? Can we put it on the shop?
fitting is reasonable. I'm going to do that now. I'm going to probably put it on for tomorrow or Friday because I need to showcase it to try and sell a few. I've got one because we will never sell what we won't wear ourselves or buy ourselves. True. There you go. Gonzo's is in a heap in the floor.
It actually was.
But so we had to buy them, try them, make sure we're happy with them. We were, so now we can get some pre-ordered up. We will not sell. We will not sell anything. We will not buy ourselves.
I'll put it on. You talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah, right. Okay, right. Gonzo's the way to get the jumper on. We've got some bad news tonight. We don't have a watch along. Charlie is ill, so we'll be ending the stream just before the kickoff. But we'll be back with the review as well. There is a bet, Glenn. It is the phrase is Smika's Creepers, the Liverpool left back's name, and there's Gonzo showcasing the jumper for you. That's a size medium.
Yeah,
that's a size medium on Gonzo, but he is about 5'5", just for a little bit of.
Yeah. Just to be clear on that, I am not a tall man, but I'm not 5'5". Just in case, you probably might want the small if you are 5'5".
How many likes have we got on this video so far?
I don't know.
I can always find it. I don't know how he does it. Oh, here we go. I can go watch myself. Oh, shoot. I need to mute this. Okay, we've got 245 likes. If this gets to 350, I'm going to go put my jumper on now, right?
This is how you got to love the subscribers. You know, they bang on the humour.
Man, can you? I swear I read your comment out.
Oh, come on, man, Julian Hammer.
We do, don't we?
No, poppycock.
We definitely.
You're welcome. We know you. Look, a well-recognised name.
We definitely read your comments out a reasonable amount.
Of course we do.
And there's no doubt about it. Gonzo, you chat. I'm gonna go. I need to find my Christmas jumper. I think I know where it is. Right, give me a minute.
All right. Well, just before I do, see, his is probably not on the. Okay, you got to know this. All right. How are you, Sketch? Hope you're well, mate. I would say, but basically before the last game, just so you know where I was coming from, this is about the in joke with Che Adams. Before the last game, I said we were missing a lump as a centre back, right? Somebody said it doesn't matter because Tilo Kehra's 6'1", right? So basically suggested that he was big and bulky enough to handle whatever happened. Anyway, so apparently Che Adams was 5'6" or something like that. I'm telling you, I just said someone's lying, right? Either Kehra is shorter than he's pretending to be, or Che Adams is taller because there was about that much in it. That much in it, right? Basically suggested one of them's a big old oaf, like Shrek. Oh, this is awkward.
We're wearing the same outfit.
I'm sort of blending in with the ticker tape at the bottom.
Yeah, so there you go. There's my Christmas jumper. Size large. I should probably upgrade to an extra large, but I'm in denial at the minute. But there you go. I'm size large.
Reasonable.
Anyway, it definitely is reasonable. Score prediction time. We're going to run out of time here. We need your score predictions. Can you please get your score predictions into the live chat, Gonzo? What did you say in the preview? The preview. I think you said 3-1 Liverpool, maybe.
Yeah, that'll do. Yeah, I think. Yeah, actually, I don't think they will put 3 goals past us with all our defenders and goalkeepers. I think maybe 2-0. Maybe they win it 2-0.
Yeah, I mean, there's optimism in the live chat now, but I think that's just West Ham optimism, and I quite like it. I don't know. I'm gonna say 2-0 Liverpool as well.
Woody's just said very festive Geo. What? Talk about half praise. Very festive. Why is Geo more festive than me?
I think maybe he understands I don't like Christmas, and it's taking a lot for me to go put this stupid thing on. But I participate with Christmas. This will be my Christmas attire on Christmas Day. I will be rocking up with a. Someone asked if I'm wearing a Dickie bow. I was like, "You've literally just saw me wearing a black polo shirt a minute ago." I'm
just waiting for Woody to retract his statement as an apology.
What did he say?
He just said very festive Geo. He needs to amend his statement.
Yeah, but he hates it as well.
Very festive lads. That's what I'm after, really.
Yeah, he hates Christmas too, so I think he can
They can
understand.
appreciate the effort that it's taken you to wear a Christmas jumper, but you've gone with a black collar just to give it the full funeral look, just to basically bring it down a little bit.
Yeah.
Thank you, Andy. Andy thinks we both look very reasonable tonight.
Well, we've had 2 people order a Christmas jumper in the last 10 minutes, so thank you very much to you.
Oh,
lot.
thank you for the 2 Christmas jumpers, and thank you to James for giving the chat balance.
Also, right, if you order a Christmas jumper, you will get an invite to an exclusive video on Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve night, we are doing a video.
We are.
Where people who buy a Christmas jumper will be invited to come on and join us on the screen, have a chat with us, have a couple of drinks, and
in the Hammers Chat Christmas jumper.
In the Hammers Chat jumper, you've got to come on. So yeah, you get the jumper and an exclusive invite to a secret video on Christmas Eve. What more could you want?
It is full of YouTube football managers. None of us really know anything.
Anyway, right, okay, right. Will we disappear now?
I think we'll have to, yeah.
We get ready for the game. Apologies, no watch along tonight. Charlie is unwell. Hopefully, he'll be fit and ready for Bournemouth like Maxwell Cornet on Monday night. But we'll be back at full time if you fancy joining us for our review. We'll catch you then. But before you disappear, please do drop that like video. Please click that thumbs up. It helps the channel out. Subscribe if you haven't done already. Myself and Gonzo catch you on the review at full time.
It's on Amazon. The match is on Amazon, boys and girls. That just in case you're searching for it. It's on Amazon Prime.